Welcome to part two of week 39. This is going to round out our process conversation, but don't worry, there's plenty of process talk happening later. We're going to cover implementing an after, what you do, so it's tracking and all that type of stuff. So let's get into it. Implementing transparency is key. You want to have more than one communication. You don't want this to be a surprise to your team, and you want to be clear of the objectives for the implementation. Make sure that you're supportive as well. So some people might feel like their position is being eliminated. Hopefully they aren't. And you want to make sure that they know that you're changing this so that they can provide more value and not do a lot of the, just kind of like the non-value added monkey work. So you're going to run through what's being done today and then show them what's going to change in the future. If there's any technology changes, make sure you define those. More on that later, but tell them about the goals and your expectations. Focus on the positive. Remember, what's in it for them? You want to think, what can you do to make their lives better? And whether it's their job easier, they make more money, etc. Pitch that as the best way for you to implement these processes. Don't forget to provide any kind of training materials. So if you could get materials, let's say from a vendor, if you're implementing new technology, have that you want to detail out what the process is as well. So don't forget to do that. And you want to describe what the training plan is going to be. So it shouldn't be a surprise that, this week we're going to learn how to do the new process. We're going to spend the week after that implementing a new process. And then the week after that, you should be good to go, whatever it is. And don't forget to answer any questions that you might have. You're going to want to be open for feedback. Be aware that there's going to be an adoption time that you need to work with. So some people are going to be a little resistant. There might be some pushback. That's totally normal. Just make sure that you are open to that feedback because the pushback might be legitimate. They might, whatever you're doing, might not be the best way to do something. And so, the employees hopefully will tell you what they're doing, what they, think they can do better, et cetera. And so just be aware of that. Tracking and post-launch. So you should have already benchmarked your current way of doing business. So you know exactly what it is that you're changing and you want to start tracking the metrics. So all of those things that you identified that should potentially change, good or bad, start tracking those. Again, be open to feedback. So people will hopefully let you know what's working, what's not working. You can adjust as you go, as long as you're still meeting your goals. So again, what you thought was going to be the best way might not be the best way now, but you can always kind of change it as you go. There's some things that you can't adjust, such as new technology, but you can adjust how you address those things. And remember to empower your employees and give them kind of those guardrails of, we need to get from point A to point B. I don't really care how you get there as long as you get there and it's more efficient than what we were doing, etc. After time, it's possible that the process improvement wasn't successful or it wasn't fully adopted. You need to go back and determine why. So you could be solving for the wrong problem. You didn't get buy-in. You didn't document it correctly. You didn't need to do it. It's possible that, you thought you needed to change and you didn't actually need to change. So go back, determine why, and start back at the beginning. That's it for process. This was week 39, and we will, like I said, talk more about process in the future, but that's it for this 5-part series.